I got to come out when he gets started, jump out on him, get back and start him over and get back in there again, okay? But Wayne, I cannot let him throw right hand with free without him paying for it, okay? You allowing him to throw right hand, he's walking to you throwing right hand, throwing uppercut. You got to meet him with shot. You got to meet him with short hooks, Wayne. He throwing uppercut.
You gave him this last round. You gave him. You have to round per round. You have to win by points too. So you have to win. He's winning. That last round, he beat you to the punch.
We're in round 7. Box.
Wayne McCullough runs out of his corner after 6 rounds of that.
Whoa, he hurt
right hand.
The first time McCullough got in a shot that hurt. You got to get in a few of those.
Harold, how do you have it through 6?
Jim, 5 rounds to 1, 59-55. Erik Morales based on those vicious right hands. But Jim, watch very closely. Frank Garza mentioned to the supervisor that Wayne McCullough does use his head when he comes in, just like he did there.
I have the same score.
Morales slipping. In round 6, Morales slowed down to only 58 punches after throwing 75 or so in each of the 2 preceding rounds. But he still landed 21 of them to land at a much higher rate than McCullough. Nevertheless, you heard Morales' father telling him in the corner, you gave that round away. Hard right hand lands for Morales. McCullough momentarily stunned. Wayne sticks it back in there and comes fighting right back.
When you're a big puncher like Morales, you throw it in a couple of those right hands, it takes all of your oxygen. A guy can jump right back on you and get you down.
You know what, Larry? I think you're right. I think there's a cut in the left sideburn of Wayne McCullough. I'm not sure I've ever seen that before.
Maybe it has something to do with those gloves that Morales imported from Japan.
A series of body shots from McCullough. Morales stands there and takes them and comes back with a vicious right hand. McCullough trying to play a little possum. Didn't fool Erik. Erik lands a counter right. McCullough keeps throwing and throwing. Another counter left hand for Morales. And what a display of chinmanship. What a beard for McCullough. He took 2 more big shots from Morales of the kind that might have anesthetized some other opponents.
That's what I said earlier. You got to take Morales hard by taking the best shots early on so he can try to box, which he doesn't want to do. McCullough could just pick up the pace. He can win every round from this point on if he just pick up the pace and stop backing up McCullough.
We've seen Morales a number of times. Although he seems to be winning this fight by a wide margin, it also looks like the hardest fight we've seen him in.
Well, it's definitely harder than... Go ahead.
Whenever he's gotten into the ring with a guy that can take a punch, Morales fades. Doesn't pull back, doesn't hold, try to win a decision. He just waits for punches, hurts his hands, and sits there. Bill.
Coming up later on this edition of World Championship Boxing, a live interview with Evander Holyfield in Atlanta, Lennox Lewis in the Pocono Mountains in Pennsylvania, both of them in training for their second meeting. Coming up live November 13 on pay-per-view from Las Vegas, and we'll be chatting with Evander and Lennox later on this evening.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Okay, baby, listen to me, Wayne. Come on, Wayne. Stop it up, Wayne. You gotta find it somewhere, baby. Come on, Wayne. Wayne. Listen to this, baby. Pain is temporary. Glory is forever, baby. Okay? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Pick it up, champ. Pick it up. But you can't drop your hands, but you can't let him go right here.
Here we'll see Morales landing his Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday punch. McCullough comes right back at him.
We're in the 8th round.
In round 7, Morales once again boosted his punch count up to the 70s. 77 punches thrown by Morales. He landed 31 of them, a lot of hard right-hand shots in there. McCullough 21 out of 83. McCullough's trainer, Kenny Kroom, making it clear to his fighter that he wants him to win the rest of the rounds. Pain is temporary.
There you go.
Glory is forever.
Yeah, you got to always convince your fighter, look, some pain here, but look, you're going to feel better if you really get out there and take that pain, because tomorrow you can live with the pain, but you will not be able to live with not giving it your all. There are the uppercuts Morales are throwing that he should have been doing all along. He stopped.
Two well-balanced fighters, always in position to throw punches. Two guys who go to the body and the head. Two guys who throw with both hands.
McCullough is doing everything right, but he's not getting in the hard shot.
Well, the basic difference in the fight, as articulated by Harold Letterman when he was giving you his good right hand. Morales does more damage. McCullough landed that right. Morales comes back with a combination, including a hard right hand shot of his own. Morales paused momentarily there to blow his nose, George. Not a good idea.
No, that's when the swelling enter into the scene.
So we'll look for swelling on the right side of Morales' face.
At this point, Morales is only defending himself.
Right and left by Morales there. And the swelling begins under the right eye of Erik Morales. McCullough attacking and putting his hands on Morales' head. Not a lot of power in those punches, but they're landing.
McCullough is tough.
He's almost too tough, George. You wonder how much longer he can go on in his career taking beatings from the better fighters.
Meanwhile, Erik Morales is finding out the same thing that Prince Nassim Hamed found out about McCullough last Halloween. You can hit him, but you can't floor him.
Well, that ring has to go to McCullough. That round has to.
You have to put a lot more pressure on this guy. We have won 5 rounds, but the last 2 I don't know. These 2 rounds could have been yours as well as could have been his. These are too close. You have to put more pressure. You have to work a lot harder on this. He's only using power to go forward. You have to.
You got to. Wayne, the later the fight to get it, the more the professional I got to become, okay? I got to pick my hands up, and I got to get in his face with that short jab, pushing him with that jab, okay? Don't let him leave you, baby. Cut him off, read him, cut him off. It's your life, brother. Come on, everything you got.
Right round.
Wife of Wayne McCullough, Cheryl McCullough, co-manager, along with a gentleman named Stuart Campbell. Wayne McCullough met Cheryl McCullough years ago in Ireland when she approached him and asked for an autograph. And he politely asked her mother, does she have a boyfriend? And the mother said, no, she's totally available. It was Wayne and Cheryl from that point forward.
Oh, Morales is loading up with the power now. Break. There you go.
We're into the 9th of a scheduled 12, and they've connected enough for 2 fights. Some of the slow paces we've seen recently.
Break. Go back. Keep it clean.
You're looking for a late round knockout. You might remember that Erik Morales won the 122-pound title he holds by knocking out Daniel Zaragoza in the 11th round in El Paso.
He's been able to land such good body punches early on, Morales has, that he can get a knockout. If he wasn't fighting Superman.
Or Super Chin, anyway.
Super Chin. Super body now, we know, too.